Certainly much better than his last one. Ironically, his two best were against this ball club, which is very offensive, very balanced. But I think for me, tonight was the best he's thrown the baseball. Regular rest, short rest, whatever you want to call it. I just thought he stayed in his delivery consistently tonight. I thought he was pounding the strike zone. I thought his stuff, played late in the hitting zone. There was swing and miss. There was some soft contact. And it just felt that he was in control all night long.
Now, being on the other side with Corbin Burnes, Seahawks is excellent as well. Just to see your guys get to him that third time through the order, just kind of what adjustments, I guess, did you see them make in game?
I thought Corbin was once again very good. That's why he's one of the elite pitchers in baseball. And he just finds a way to miss the barrel. I thought tonight he used his curveball a lot more, got us to chase down below. And I just think that Teo, obviously Mookie got a base hit, and then the Teo homer, and I'm not sure, Miggy Rowe got an infield hit or something like that. And then Mookie hit a ball through the 6-hole. But Teo, I thought, had the right approach tonight, looking up in the hitting zone and didn't have anything to show for it, and then got a hanging breaking ball that he put a really good swing on. So that was the difference in the game. But, again, Corbin was fantastic again.
When it comes to Teoscar's home run, I think two of the pitches before Ryan gets some, uncharacteristic swings and some off the plate pitches. Can you talk a little bit about him able to find that swing against a pitcher like Corbin Burnes?
I think the thing with Teo is that, even when he takes bad swings or has a bad at bat, he doesn't let it bleed into the next at bat or the next swing. And he just did a really nice job collecting himself, staying within himself in the at bat, and took advantage of a mistake. And, when he's going to the big part of the field, he's as good as anyone, and he certainly has a knack for driving in a run.
When it comes to having a rough stretch at home and then be able to take two as Ray gets the back before going on this road trip, what kind of momentum does that build for the club?
It's huge. Going into an off day, going into two road series against two good ball clubs. You look back 27 hours ago, we were in it, giving up a lead in the ninth inning and looking to lose the first two of a series, and you come away winning that one and then winning this one. So to find a way to win a series against that club within the division, I think there's certainly some momentum, and I'm looking forward to Clayton going on Friday, so we can hopefully build off of this.
How's Scott tonight?
What's that?
How's Scott?
Scott's good. It was his first time going up and down yesterday. I thought we needed it. And, today I had a good conversation with him and talked about his availability, and he was adamant that he wanted to pitch tonight if the game called for it. And I believed him, and he performed tonight. I thought he was really, really sharp, and, that was big. But obviously, Jack taking the ball right there. And for me, I just didn't think he was particularly sharp. And then going to Trivino, who got a huge grounder off the bat of Marte, and then the pitch that eighth inning, obviously bridged a gap to Tanner, and Tanner was very good.
When you have a team as talented as special as this and as experienced as this, even when you guys are going through it, is there a sense that any time now it's gonna flip?
I think so. And I think that if you look at the last two nights, it starts with our starting pitching, and to kind of keep us in there, to get two really good starts, to let our offense kind of take shape, build something, is huge. And so I think for us, if we can get that starting pitching, the quality starts, then we can really take off. And so, we're going to pass the baton to Clayton.
What do you think of May getting through the sixth inning there, and just how big is that saving your bullpen?
It's great. It's great. And the thing is, though, is that he gave himself an opportunity to get through that sixth inning by being efficient, staying in his delivery, and managing his emotions and all that stuff. And I thought, like I said earlier, I thought he threw the baseball as well as he has all year. And, allowing our bullpen to reset going into a 6-game road trip is pretty big.
You touched on it a little bit, but Blue Tribune, new to the ball club, kind of thrown immediately into a high-leverage situation against, one of the better teams in the NL West. Can you talk a little bit about what you saw when you did it?
I saw, filling up the strike zone, not running away from the moment. He's obviously a veteran pitcher. He's pitched in a lot of high leverage. And, you know, quite frankly, there's opportunities right now for our pen for guys to earn high leverage opportunities. And so if you can show you can go out there and pitch and get outs in leverage, then I'm going to pitch you.
Good call. Teo yesterday on, so you haven't been there against Burnes today.
It worked out that way. Yeah, I thought he came in fresh today. Obviously, you know, took an at bat yesterday, but I still believe that being mindful of the longer term is the right decision. But it was certainly helpful for him to hit a 3-run homer.
I mean, these kind of big moments he's had for you guys going back to last year, like, do you feel like his confidence in those spots has continued to grow? Like, obviously he's a veteran guy who's been there before, but just kind of being able to do this repeatedly, like, what does that tell you about a guy in that kind of spot?
I think it just tells me that he relishes those spots. He's not afraid to fail. He can manage his emotions. He can kind of fend off a fastball. He can hit and slug or hit soft stuff, secondary pitches. He can hit to all fields. And that's what you have to do to be able to drive in runs. And, you know, if you look at baseball, you know, he's really in the elite class of the ability to drive in runs.
When you look at just kind of this upcoming month and the tough schedule ahead, like, how important was it to kind of get these 2 wins and then go into this stretch with a little bit of momentum?
It was big. It was big, and it's one of those things where I think if you look at kind of where we're at, looking at the schedule going forward, you have to win the games that you have to win and you have leads in. And we did a nice job of that the last 2 games, and we're going to have a good test coming up on the road. The Mets are playing as good at baseball from the beginning of the season to now as anyone. And they're going to want to get a little revenge. I'm sure that they're going to come out. The fans will be out. It's going to be crazy. But I expect us to play well. But it starts with starting pitching. Yeah, but to build a little momentum, I feel like we're in a good spot right now.
What have you seen from Trivino? It seems like he's dropped his 4 seam, throwing more sweepers and changeups. Is that something you encourage?
You know, so this is kind of my first look at him a few days ago was probably your guys' first look recently. I'm trying to learn him. I think that a little bit less 4-seamer, but there's still a 4-seamer in there. There's a sinker, there's a cutter, there's a changeup, a sweeper. So I think that a veteran guy that's sort of reinventing himself, which actually I don't mind because he has weapons now to get lefties out. And so just to be a neutral guy, a guy that's pitched in leverage, you know, I'm going to go to him, and he's earning those looks.